So
I plan to.
exactly. There we go. So do you want to go first tonight, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, you go first. He's been waiting to crack into this thing.
For sure.
He's like, oh, give me that.
Give me that beer. I want it.
Give me that beer.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Alrighty.
You're live
I'm live. Oh,
from
hey.
New York. Yeah, sorry.
That was my brother.
I'll leave the voices to Myth.
Yeah.
He's the voice actor.
Radio voice. Yeah. All right. The beer I'm trying this week is from Two Roads Brewing Company. The beer is called Too Juicy, as in... Actually, that could be why it's a double IPA.
Is it really?
Too Juicy.
Oh.
Opposed to TOO Juicy.
But it's still considered New England IPA, right?
It is listed, it is written on the bottle or can as a New England style IPA,
Gotcha.
not opposed to double IPA. Let's find out what double means. Maybe it's the Two Roads, probably. Who knows?
Maybe.
It is 8.2, so it almost could be considered double. But anyways, we'll find out when I taste it. Ooh, I can hear myself talk. Hold up.
Echo, 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 echo.
What's going on? Wait a second. Oh, okay. There we go. So, Too Juicy. IPA or New England style IPA. Is the ABV listed? Nope, it's not listed on here either. Alcohol by volume is 8.2.
Yep. Nailed it.
Bam.
Boom. I did my
They're
job.
a brewery out of... Where are they from? Where are you from?
He came
Are you not-
prepared.
I did not come prepared either. Rip, can't find it. Someone look it up real quick,
Yeah, I'll
because
look it up,
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Thank you. Let's crack into it. Whoop. A little overcarbonated. All right, foaming hard. All right, so typical smell of any sort of IPA, you get those sort of mangoey, citrus. I get cat piss. I get that cat
good.
piss smell.
Hooray.
For anyone who knows in chat, cat piss is usually a descriptor of Simcoe hops. Sort of a very strong, resiny smell. I get it's mainly Simcoe and sort of mangoey pine flavor or scent.
So it says they're out of Connecticut, by the way.
Out of Connecticut. Okay, cool. Shout out Connecticut. Here you go. All right, pour it. Oh God, oh no, oh man, I might have just ripped mouse.
Oh no. Thank you for the host, Sammy, by the way.
Alrighty. So it's pretty yellow. Let me see if I can get a better light on this. Whoop. There we go. Kind of that that nice neon, almost Gatorade color.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the color you see when Steve's been cracking open his last IPAs, or that bright yellow.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely there. It is a little hazy, not as cloudy as most like Vermont English style IPAs. That's kind of what I'm basing my sort of style off of. But yeah, once again, now the can, the smell, I'm kind of lacking in the aroma, actually. Not as strong as it was in the can or other sort of New England style IPAs. I'm
Thanks,
getting
Mr.
sort of,
Host. Appreciate it, mate.
I'm getting kind of the mangoey, that Simcoe smell, and a lot of sort of metal smell, which is odd.
Really?
Sort of tinny. I don't know if it's from the can or from packaging or something like that. But okay, completely different than the aroma. A lot different than most sort of Vermont. Once again, what I'm basing my judging off of New England style IPAs. It's a little thin on the flavor too. I'm not getting that real juicy flavor. It's not like this when you sort of have a New England style IPA, either from like Trillium too. It's a little sharp, but it's balanced by this like it's pretty thick beer. It's it's usually sweeter, a little juicier. It's the only way I can sort of describe it. Sort of having a hint of like a Sunny D kind of flavor in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, throwback.
Oh, man. Go out and
But
play
this doesn't quite have that. It's a
play
bit
with the hoop and the stick. Down the street,
That's right.
kick the can.
That's right. Good old kick the can.
Good old kick the can.
Oh, sweet, Sunny D. All right, but I'm too young for that reference.
Oh
Um,
no.
but it seems a bit watered down compared. It's kind of watery. It's not dry. It just seems diluted kind of flavor.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Flavors are good though. Like I don't get any off flavors. I don't get any like diacetyl, so I'm not getting like buttery flavor. I'm not getting oxidation, so I'm not getting like cardboard flavor. I'm not getting a lot of cidery notes or like banana notes from like the yeast going all sorts of crazy. Like if it was too stressed out. So it's a pretty clean beer. It's like I don't know, they hit all their marks in that sense, but I would like to see something a little more sort of impactful. Since it's at 8.2% alcohol, you would think they'd have something more there. I'm not getting a whole lot of booziness to it
That's good.
for feeling so dilute. But I feel like I need to
Drink more? Yeah.
drink more.
Drink more. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it feels like you need to drink more because it feels like there's not enough in there, kind of thing too. It feels like you want it to be a little stronger. The aroma isn't really there. I'm not bashing. Oh, not really bashing it, but it's a good beer. It's solid. It tastes more like. Imagine what your beer actually tastes like, which would be a good segue.
Oh.
It kind of tastes. It kind of tastes like a something closer to a IPL.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't have much of a deep flavor. I guess that's kind of what I'm looking for. It could use a little bit of more of a caramel note to it. It's very light, which is, I guess, it's good. It's a light beer. But it's almost categorized as closer to a over-hopped cream ale, opposed to
Oh wow.
to almost a hoppy lager kind of thing.
No one's chugging here yet. Crowded Kitchen. Maybe for my backup beer, but not right now. What's up, man?
But man, it feels like it needs to be a little more. It's for being 8.2. You can't taste it, which is good. I mean, or bad, depending on the time, because you might need that kick to slow you down.
Right.
But whatever. But it's a good beer. But comparing it to the powerhouse of New England IPAs in New England, which is Connecticut part of New England, or is that part of the tri-state area?
No, I don't think it's not part of tri-state. I think tri-state is like New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So I think it should be considered New England.
Okay, so they're not wrong. It's an IPA made in New England, but sort of this typical style guideline of like Trillium, Alchemist. Who else makes one? It's brewing in New Hampshire makes a really good one, but sort of that typical very cloudy, sort of juicy IPA that does not dry at all. This isn't dry either. This is just sort of in between. It just tastes like hop bitterness, water, opposed to where that drier sweetness would be,
right.
And then it finishes out more hops. It's just sort of muted in the middle.
Okay. So what would you give it as a rating, though?
As a rating, out of 5 bottle caps, I would give it. I'm going to give it two ratings. As a beer, standalone, it's a 4. It's a good beer. But as a New England style IPA, I think it's a 2.
Oh.
It kind of missed its mark. It's a cloudy IPA. It's a cloudy pale ale at best, but the alcohol by volume brings it to like IPA standards.
Okay.
But I don't think the flavor is there. So let's give it a. What did I say it was as a beer?
4.
Is it 4? Let's go 3 then. Split the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd actually. What price is it? How much did it cost? I guess.
For a 4-pack, it was, I think 13.
That's not too bad.
No, 8% beer. It's a good price to alcohol ratio.
For a proper pint looking thing, that's not too bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
The bottle cans come in. I think it's a 12er. Yeah.
Crowded Kitchen's like, give me some.
I want it.
I don't know if you guys saw on the Instagram, or maybe it's probably on Instagram. I tend to omit or forget about Twitter sometimes. Would never buy. Oh man. Yeah. I wouldn't mind trying it, but I actually I tried a beer from Peak Organic. It's out of Maine, and
Yep.
it's called the Juice, and I was really concerned about it. And even when I talked about it on Instagram, I was kind of concerned because I thought it was going to be another IPA with oranges in it, and I was like, oh fuck it, I don't want this type of thing anymore.
Yeah, right.
So, but I opened it up. It was very comparable to the Pipsqueak Penguin that I had at from Trillium, and it's available down here in PA. So, I was pretty happy about that. I went out and bought more because I was extremely stoked about it, because you can't get a lot of New England style IPAs here yet. A lot of them are up, where Drew is, and he's just a lucky guy. So, all right, let me flip to the screens here. I'm gonna jump out of there and right here. Adjust the camera because that's what we need to do. All right, so today I am doing a IPL. So both of these styles, by the way, New England IPA just became an official style, right? From the Brewers Association just recognize it as an official style.
Yep.
But IPL is not an official style yet. Jack Abbey's craft lagers. I'm not a lager fan, but I love what you do, Jack Abbey. You have I heart you in all sorts of ways for your beer. And this is a double IPL for them. And I have to say, I think these guys are the ones who started this whole trend for hoppy lagers, because it is just, I've had a lot of really good beers from them. So let me crack this open. This is a 8% double IPL.
Double IPL. I've never had a double IPL.
Double IPL. They make a bunch of other IPLs, but this one I picked up. It's a 4-pack, and I can't remember the price, so I apologize about that.
Should we start putting that in our bios of the beer, so we can have a price comparison?
Yeah, might not be a bad idea. I've been before I jump into this thing. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, brewing podcasts and whatnot, and so they've inspired me to do other things, which is, we'll get to a segment tonight, which you're going to start, and I'll go into that a little bit.
Nice.
But this is but yeah, they talk about all sorts of stuff like the pricing, which is one reason I have the information here anyway. But we're improving as we go, ladies and gentlemen. We improve as we go. So right up front, all I get really is this malt. I don't get a lot of hops. There might be a little bit of citrus in there. I can't remember what hops they use. I can look it up real fast. Actually, Drew, if you can look that up for me real fast.
Yep.
But again, they do a ton of lagers. They focus on lagers, Jack Abbey. That's pretty much all they brew. It's always good that your mouse works, by the way.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it.
It's not my first time having this beer. You can tell.
Is that Mass Rising?
Mass Rising, yeah.
Okay.
So it has like a straw type color, like a golden color to it. But it's a little hazy. Not bad, not much. I don't think this is unfiltered. It might just be the condensation on my glass, but maybe not. You don't really taste the alcohol on this. It doesn't taste boozy at all. I get some citrus notes in here, but not much. It's from the nose.
No hops listed, but they're listed as American hops, so probably Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, Simcoe. So those are typical for in the IPA.
I don't taste cat piss.
Good.
So that's good. And you never want your beer to really taste like cat piss. I don't think. Maybe it's just me, but I never really want to taste like cat piss.
Luckily, it doesn't taste like it. Smells like it though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't smell it either. I don't. Yeah, no smelling the cat piss. The closest.
This beer is also rated best awarded best Bach Strong Lager Pale Ale Lager by Rate Beer, and won gold in other strong lagers under the Great American Beer Festival.
Wow.
2013.
Yeah, a Rate Beer, I think it has a rating of a 98 on it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't I don't really like looking at rate beer. I'm sorry if any rate beer you ever watch this. I really don't like looking at your site, and the only reason is because, from what I hear, people have to pay you to put your shit on there, and that's kind of sucky.
Correct.
So I don't really like looking at your site. I like your ratings. I don't really like what you do. So
yeah.
Sorry.
I second that.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of boozy notes on this if we're 8%. The head tonic dissipated really quickly. Money talks, yeah. Well, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this to hang out with you guys and drink a beer. So if you're not drinking, get a beer. Drink right now.
We're not paying you. We're paying you to have Anne read that book to us.
Oh, that's right. I'll talk about that in a second too. By the way, if you want to have put my wife on the spot, there's a bar down there. If you want to donate to us, She's going to once we get to $100, she's agreed to read Goodnight Brew. I know I'm totally doing a squirrel moment here, by the way, but
no, I brought it up.
Yeah, it's a Goodnight Brew. It's a parody for beer people. Anyway, if you would like to donate, please do. It's not required, but she hates being on the camera, so it's just to
make her squirm.
Just to make her squirm. Just get her on here. You know, she said, "What would she do for it?" And she said $100, and I said, "I'll make it happen." So, make it so. Number one.
Make it so.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like in comparison when I remember when I first tasted Dogfish Head 90 Minute. There's that sweetness to it that it just I really loved. You know, not too much bitterness. But again, I still smell like some citrusy notes, which I don't actually get in the flavor of the beer, which is odd. But thankfully, it's not boozy. I've said that once already before, but you know, it's very drinkable. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a really damn good beer, and as far as like the IPL series. And like I said, I am not a fan of lagers. I really don't like it. I don't like the aftertaste. But what Jack Abbey does is fantastic. So if you ever get a chance to have any of their beers, by all means, pick it up, try it out. You have a ton of really great beers. Matter of fact, I think on this list, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 beers in the top 12 of Indian Pale Lagers on Rate Beer, and all in the 90s. If you guys like their scoring system, I would definitely give this beer probably a 4 caps out of 5.
Okay.
I really do enjoy it. Again, there's a little bit of malty character to it that I like. And it's not it's extremely like harsh to drink, and for a lager, it's pretty decent. So
okay. And between both our beers, me being an IPA and yours being an IPL, we'll get to later your word of the day, which will help differentiate the two beers.
Yes.
That sort of because I was thinking about this while you're sort of doing your description and doing mine. Is yours, I would imagine, have a lighter body overall?
Yeah, I mean it's not like an overpowering flavor to it. You do get some sweetness there, and the hops are very the bitterness is there, but it's not, and it doesn't have that weird. It's the aftertaste of lagers that I hate.
Sure.
You know, it's like I don't know what it is. It's just the aftertaste is what I hate about lagers. But this and everything that Jack Abbey does not have that problem.
What I think you hate about lagers is...
I drank way too much in college.
This is true. That's one reason. But usually your typical lager is made by the beers we don't speak of.
Right.
Which use cheaper ingredients than most craft breweries.
Yeah.
So are you any fan of any sort of craft lager? Like plain light lager? Or is it sort of... because that will help me differentiate if you don't like the yeast kind of thing, or is it the malt character?
I don't know because I avoid them. I avoid them because I don't like the style, right?
Okay.
So like I don't really go in because even with
So you like Pilsner Urquell?
Pilsners are okay sometimes, right? I
Yep.
don't mind, and I actually have for my backup beer. I have from Vault Brewing Company their Kolsch.
Okay.
And I'm not going to drink
Also a
all
lager.
of this, by the way.
Yep.
But
That looks cold as hell. Look at that condensation.
It does. This is one of my favorite growlers. This thing is genius.
I think
I
they're
love this
awesome.
brewery, so they do some fantastic. God damn,
Okay.
it's cold. But the Kolsch just has that buttery taste.
I love
Yeah.
Kolsch's.
Yeah, and that comes from that diacetyl.
Yep.
Yep. So,
Absolutely.
And that's I mean, I actually really don't mind Kolsch's, but
Because I came to realize that your palate, you like malty beers.
I do.
That malt character is your favorite.
But it's changed over the years. It's changed.
Yeah.
Because when IPAs have went absolutely insane with all the hops, and now every single IPA I've had recently, well, not recently, because I've been drinking a lot of Tired Hands, which has been fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I gotta drink like a whole fucking thing of water.
Yep.
I don't want to do that. I want to be refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, and actually, this is actually quite refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call this like a lawnmower beer, but you know, I wouldn't mind cracking this open and after digging some holes like I was this weekend. You know.
Yep.
It's a good beer. But no, I do like malty beers. Like, I love English style bitters. You know, those are one of my favorites. You know, but for a while, I've always loved those. But for a while, the IPAs all the way. I was on that bandwagon like it was like nobody else. You know, like give me that IPA, I'll take it.
How do you feel about since we're on the topic of lagers, something like an alt beer?
I actually, one of my favorite beers in the world is the Alaskan Brewing Company Amber Ale, which is actually an alt beer.
Yep, that's Long Trail Ale is a amber ale, which is also a alt beer.
I love it.
Yep.
Love that beer. And it's so sad I can't get it out here. But we are going to Colorado in August.
Woo.
So I will be August. Oh, look at the calendar. August 2nd, Under the Suds will be live from my in-laws' kitchen.
Nice.
That'd be fun. You
That
know
time
what?
difference.